How's it going, guys? So, basically popped out, did like 5 recordings last night in a matter of like 2 hours. So I have videos like all the way set up to like Sunday. I was debating if I would strictly want to do just game videos, but it's like, why not? I got time in the day that I can also do some death battles. Plus, I gotta get the rest of those videos rendered so I can have them for all the following days. Apologize, been a little congested lately. Really annoying. So, the two big titans of their universes, Thanos. I I always keep saying, if you don't watch superhero movies or cartoons or anime or even read the comic books, you'll never know who any of these guys are. And when it comes to that type of stuff, I highly recommend Marvel or DC Universe. Both of them are really good, especially if you like that, cartoonish sci-fi type of stuff. If you're not into that stuff, then it's not never gonna be for you. Thanos is basically a kind of like a demigod in a sense. He was born through Eternals, and when he turned out the way he was looking, his mother tried to snuff him out. That's actually was said in the Thanos versus Oppenheimer rap battle we actually did like years and years ago. His own idea was to get the Infinity Stones and combine with the Infinity Gauntlet and to wipe out half the universe, because his whole idea was to keep balance in the universe. So overpopulation, over empires being too powerful, enslaving others, and stuff like that. His whole idea was, well, if I wipe out half the universe, we don't have to worry about that problem. And in Avengers Infinity War, he did exactly that. He wiped out half the universe, which means he also wiped out half the Avengers. And I'm not going to go into any spoilers for anyone who actually hasn't actually seen the movies, but let's just say karma slaps him back. He was a type of villain who was so obsessed with, in love with death, that he basically do anything for her. At least that's if Death was a female in the comics, but she was more interested in Deadpool out of all ones. Deadpool was actually one of the few heroes too that more anti-hero who actually managed to wipe out the entire Marvel universe. Darkseid. I've mentioned him before, and he was in one of the previous ones with the whole comic book discussion between these guys about fighting Doomsday. Uh, the Darkseid that you always see in the comics or in the animes, stuff like that, is just an avatar. So basically, kind of like a dummy in a sense. What is it called? I can't think of the Greek terminology for it. It was in the Castlevania one. Uh, Basically, he's just a walking dummy or walking puppet that true form Darkseid actually controls, since he's so powerful that taking physical manifestation on a physical plane would literally just wipe out everything. He's actually one of the newer gods uh, that pretty much just stepped in line, decided to take over, and he's very difficult to take out. Even Superman has times where he's struggled against the Darkseid, and that's been an up and down battle between especially those two. And then I know Darkseid's taken on Trigon, and Trigon whooped his ass. Trigon's like one of the few ones that actually take on Darkseid's avatar and just wallop on him. He's taken on Doomsday. Doomsday stomped him. God, who else is he taking on? I just had the character in my goddamn head, and I can't think. Darkseid's taken on Brainiac. He's actually defeated Brainiac, and Brainiac's one of the most smartest villains in the DC universe. And Darkseid took him on and beat him. He was also mentioned in the Justice League movies, the first one, and then Zack Snyder's version of it too. Don't really get to see too much of him. I haven't even seen the Zack Snyder's movie of that one. Apparently it's supposed to be better than the original, but he is a foe to definitely be reckoned with, and he does not go lightly. With especially with his Omega beams, they can one shot you and apparently wipe you from existence. But Doomsday proved that to be wrong. The Flash just actually outran them. There's very few DC characters who can actually take on Darkseid and actually just put a whopping on him, or just complete. Can't speak. I apologize. Go like a stalemate with him, like the Anti-Monitor and stuff like that. But This is going to be interesting because Thanos. I'm guessing they're going to give Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet. If this is just going to be a straight up avatar of Darkseid, ooh, I don't know. Thanos is pretty strong, but some of the YouTube videos like that, they always said that Darkseid would always beat Thanos no matter what version he was. I'm not going to place a bet on this one. We're going to see how this one actually goes.
Fly, you can teleport, it'll send you through time and space, and
Deadpool.
it's perfect for gaming. You follow me? Sure you do. You're a forward-thinking guy.
At last, there it is.
Thanos.
Hey,
Oh, Darkseid.
buddy! How are you doing? Rocking that chin, as always.
Get
That's
off
hilarious.
my throne and kneel. Face death at the hand of your new emperor.
You know not the infinite wealth of destruction I command.
And before we actually start this, I apologize. I think that if Thanos had the same power level as Darkseid, like true form Darkseid, that would be a totally different story. You know, I think Darkseid would probably still win because he's considered older and a better tactician, in my opinion. But that's just my personal opinion. You know, leave a comment below. What do you guys think? Do you think Thanos could actually take on Darkseid if he had the same power level as him, or do you think Darkseid would still win?
Swiping away your tactics, crushing you under my feet. Hasn't nothing to me, you turn to dust. Let's punch it in feet. Let's go with it. I change reality.
No, I just realized there's music, so that's not happening. Of course, as usual, I'll put my non-copyright music in there. I'm rambling on, I just hear music. I'm like, no. Warped reality. Your taxi's here. The Thanos copter. That's hilarious. That was mentioned in the Oppenheimer Thanos rap battle. What that man needs a copter for makes no sense. They always gotta sneak in this goddamn advertisements. Walmart and Little Caesars. Not sponsored by neither one of them, so I don't care. Thanos definitely has the upper advantage because of that Infinity Gauntlet. But, I don't know. Oh, he's using just Omega Beams. Pretty sure the Omega Beams are actually a lot stronger than the Infinity Gauntlet is. He's gonna throw a planet at him? Okay. I don't think that's gonna stop Darkseid though. Maybe not. Right into the sun. We're talking about Darkseid here. He's only a godlike being because of the Infinity Gauntlet. You take that away, Thanos is just a really strong dude. Did he go true form Darkseid? Or did he just grow in size? I think they just grew in size. Shaking the universe. Did they actually break the universe? No, they caused a big bang. Apologize if you hear my computer. You probably won't probably be hearing it when I have the music going, but Thanos got laid out. So did Darkseid. Well, he just snapped Darkseid. Oh. Yeah, true form Darkseid. Uh-oh. Infinity Gauntlet's not working. That's the thing with Darkseid, is that he's beyond time and space itself. He's like beyond that plane. So I don't think the Infinity Gauntlet's gonna work against him. Kissing noises? Oh no. Deadpool. Oh, death. Yeah, that's the thing with Darkseid, is he's beyond that plane of existence, to the point where something like the Infinity Gauntlet, just showing, is not going to work against him. You know, very few DC beings are actually like that, to the point where they're almost under the reach of out of existence, to the point where they just can't be killed just by a smidgen. And Darkseid's one of those ones that I can actually know that is. So let's find out why.
Oh man, that's the worst way he could have gone out, because now he's gonna be dying over and over and over.
Thanos was an incredible foe, especially while wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. Unfortunately, the gauntlet had a fatal flaw.
Yeah, that golden glove only works in its own universe, and Darkseid could easily move the fight to new ones with his boomstick tubes. Universe hopping is kind of his thing.
The Reed Richards of the Interdimensional Council of Reeds figured this out. Its 3 founding members, Reed, Reed, and Reed, each possessed Infinity Gauntlets, but discovered that they couldn't work outside of their own universes.
The gauntlet had no problem making Darkseid's avatar not feel so good. But since Darkseid's true form was always in the Fourth World universe, Thanos couldn't actually finish him off with the gauntlet.
Even if this fight took place in entirely new...
Well, the most Thanos could potentially deduce Darkseid's true nature, the Gauntlet's power still could not reach his true form. Also, Marvel DC crossover event, the technical canon, Darkseid acquired the Infinity Gauntlet and learned all of its limitations outside. Ooh.
Territory, the victor wouldn't change. Thanos' gauntlet wouldn't work, and true Darkseid's presence would actually just destroy everything just by being there.
But he didn't just lose because of the gauntlet. He really couldn't keep up with the space golem.
Even going toe-to-toe with a being as fast as Silver Surfer was nothing compared to when Darkseid took a trip to the edge of existence. This puts Darkseid almost 28 octillion times faster than Thanos.
And his Omega effect scales to the Astro Force, which could equal the Oblivion Bomb's universe-destroying blast. This means the Omega Effect and Infinity Gauntlet were both pretty even in terms of destructive ability, but unlike Thanos, Darkseid can use his Omega powers whenever and wherever he wants.
Once he lost the gauntlet, Thanos could certainly survive star-level attacks, and even greater. But universal destruction is definitely a bit more than his purple Eternal Hide could handle. And even after that, Darkseid had plenty of ways to end the fight whenever he wanted, like the Omega Sanction.
Thanos was super powerful, but Darkseid was just faster, stronger, and even more ruthless.
And if you think about it, Thanos needed the Infinity Gauntlet to become a god, but Darkseid already was one.
Thanos just couldn't
Run the gauntlet!
Oh, you son of a bitch!
The winner is Darkseid.
Makes sense. I mean, even the Olympian gods alone struggled to take on Darkseid. You know, I think Zeus could probably put a whopping on Thanos, but Darkseid is basically just like an upgraded version of Thanos. You know, a lot stronger, a lot better tactician, a lot harder to take out. There's going to be very few beings alone that can take on true form Darkseid and actually either beat him or stalemate him. So, yeah, Darkseid's like one of those ones that's just like insanely, ridiculously strong with all these random powers that the comic book writers write in. So, but either way, I'm still happy with the results. So, you know, I like Thanos and Darkseid. They're both cool and stuff like that. So, but either way, hope you guys been staying safe, healthy, and sanitized. As usual, you'll always see these videos a little late in the afternoon. The last one took like 2.5 hours just to render, which was extremely ridiculous. But, yeah, drop a like, think about subscribing, drop a comment below, and I'll make sure to check them all out. See you guys.